Welcome back. However, if you're new, then hi, welcome to this channel. Hope you find it helpful. But anywho, so this is part 3 of chapter 5 from 5 chemistry, and we're going to learn about food additives. And I find this part of the chapter the best. I think it's pretty fun. So let's start with how I have found it to begin with, how I memorized this chapter. First, I memorized this word, puff, set D. If you want to go buy like a cream puffs, so you want puff, but like the D set, so set D. So a quick tip about this chapter, you need to know the type of food additives, the function of food additives, as well as the examples of food additives, and with the side effects. Now, by definition, food additives means natural or synthetic ingredients that is added into food to prevent damage of food, improve the appearance as well as taste and texture. So the main point you can take away from here is it prevents the damage of food, and what else it improves appearance, taste and texture. So puff, set D. The whole purpose of preservative is to make the food last longer. How does it last longer? It prevents or slows down the growth of bacteria. Alright, so there's two kinds of preservatives that we're going to learn in chapter 5 from 5. So one is traditional and one is modern. The traditional, some of the ingredients are sugar, salt as well as vinegar. For sugar and salt, what it does, it removes water from the food, which prevents the growth of bacteria. But vinegar, as we all know, and we learned it in chapter 6 from 4, vinegar is ethanoic acid, and ethanoic acid is a weak acid, and what happens when you put it into the food, right, it creates this acidic condition that is not suitable for the growth of bacteria. So what are some side effects? For example, sugar, the side effects will be diabetes, and salt, it will be high blood pressure or hypertension. Now, for modern preservatives, we have ingredients like sodium nitrate or sodium nitrate. Nitrate, I don't know how to pronounce it, please ignore. But what it does, the function is to preserve meat, something that preserves the sauce. Now, I like to, the way I memorize this is the B's. Benzoic acid, sodium benzoate. So next is sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide, it helps preserve fruit or juice. But the side effects are, like for sodium nitrate is it causes cancer, but for sulfur dioxide is it causes allergies. So moving on to antioxidants. Now for antioxidants, the purpose of it is to slow down the oxidization of fats and oils in food. So some of the ingredients are citric acid, ascorbic acid, and this over here that I cannot pronounce, but it's vitamin E. Oils are easily oxidized and it turns rancid easily as well. So you have to use antioxidants to slow down the oxidization process. Even fruits, right? If you were to put your skincare, your vitamin C, your ascorbic acid on top of the fruit, it can actually, you know how when you cut an apple, it turns sort of like, it oxidizes, so it turns a bit dark in color. So if you put your skincare, your vitamin C, and you can actually see it oxidizes slower than before compared to not putting a vitamin C on it. Alright, so which of the following substances should be added to prevent food from turning rancid? So it's obvious, okay, it's ascorbic acid. Remember, sodium nitrate is a preservative, sugar as well. So next on the list is flavorings. So remember the acronym PUF, SET, D. So for F, we have flavorings. And what's the purpose of it? It's to restore and enhances the smell and taste of food. So example is MSG. This is quite common, and MSG actually stands for monosodium glutamate. Then we have your aspartame, which is actually an artificial sugar that can be taken by diabetic patients. And next is ester. Now ester, it's related to taste, so it can create like the sweet and fruity smell, and usually can be found in yogurt. So what are some side effects of flavoring? It causes headaches, dizziness, high heartbeat as well as chest pain. So we have your set D, right? So S and E stands for stabilizers as well as emulsifiers. So what's the function? It allows oil and water to mix together to make the food creamy and smooth. So it helps to improve the texture, which usually can be found in stuff like your jams, peanut butter, chocolate, cake. Great, cake? Wow, I didn't know that. But okay, yeah, as well as ice cream. So here's a tip. in SPM, 95% of the time, we will just answer stabilizers itself. So here's an example of like sort of a picture for you guys to visualize it. So here's a layer of oil and then a layer of water. If you add your stabilizers or your emulsifiers, it helps it mix together. It allows oil and water to mix together, right? So it'll get mixed together into this one layer. Alright, so what are the examples of the stabilizers or emulsifiers? We have lecithin and we have acacia gum. And here's a tip: acacia gum can be stabilizers, emulsifiers, or even thickeners. Alright, so anything, you learn it later, anything that ends with tin, in, it's usually a thickener. But if it's an objective and thickener is one of the options, then you can take stabilizers or emulsifiers. Moving on, we have thickeners. So what's the purpose of it? Well, it's quite self-explanatory. It's to thicken the liquids of food. So an example of thickeners is anything that has tin, starch as well, and acacia gum. Thickeners can be found in soups, sauces, jellies, and jams. The last one on our list is dyes. What's the purpose of it? Is to restore and enhance the color of food and to improve the appearance of food, making it sort of more appetizing, let's say. Dyes, the name of the dye is sunset yellow, tartrazine, azo compounds, and triphenyl, oh my god, I can't pronounce it. I cannot say it loud, but this thing, it actually causes hyperactive in children. So yeah, that's it. So you guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this helpful, and share it with your friends. Do check out the comment down below or our description box to get a link so that you guys can do a self-test quiz regarding this subtopic. Also, please note that I did not teach chromatography of colorings in this video, so do check out other videos on YouTube on how to prepare chromatography or how to conduct it.